we're going to go into drawing rotational angles. So in our very first one, they want us to draw a positive 520. And a rotational angle is essentially going around this Cartesian plane that's been split into fours, right? And we know that we have a 90, 180, 270. Whoops, that was supposed to be a full one. And then a full one is 360. Maybe we'll quickly we'll draw out those ideas. A full circle, kind of made those big, are 360. 3/4 is 270. Okay. Halfway to 180. These are all really important for this. And then 90 degrees is a quarter of the direction. And these are the major ones we work with, right? So 520. Well, first of all, this is the positive direction when drawing. So when we draw, we know that one full rotation is 360. So I can quickly go around once, right? And right away, what we've done there is I kind of use a circle. Maybe I should think I can shrink these guys. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. Right away, we have used up 360 degrees. Okay. Now, we went in a positive direction, but the idea is, well, mathematically, we're going to subtract 360 from 520 because we've used 360 up, so we're going to figure out how much is left. Okay. So we have our 520 subtract 360, right? Oh, not answer. What's the wrong button? Equals 160 degrees. Okay. So we now have 160 degrees to go. Well, that's the idea. What's that closest to of our three other values? Which is that value closest to?
180.
180. So we're not quite 180. And we know that 180 would technically be from here to here, but we don't want to go all that way.
No.
Okay? How much less do we want to go?
20 degrees.
20 degrees left. So in other words, we want to go 20 degrees less than that value. So I'll draw it in red, and then we'll subtract. So this would be an extra 180. So it would be a little far. We're going to take away 20 degrees. Now we're estimating what 20 degrees is here. I should technically measure it out, and that's actually kind of high. But there's our estimate for 20 degrees. So what we write in here is this is 20 degrees. Because we're just sketching and we don't have to be perfect, we say that's a 20-degree angle, and that's that terminal arm. So, oh, that's a little too big. I wanted to erase that. There you go. Okay, so we get to here, and this is 20 degrees. So now this is a rotation, right? So we got rid of the 360, and we went 180, and then just went 20 degrees left. So this is a 520-degree rotation. Okay, positive? Yes, that's positive. Good. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try a negative value. Okay. Very similar ideas, and we'll try to keep those three important ones on the side. The first thing we're going to do is, well, we know 360 is less, but this is a negative direction. So this is the negative direction when we're working, okay? So we can instantly go around once, okay? And we know we've used up, shrink that circle. We know we've used up technically negative 360. Now, even though it's the negative direction, we want to take 360 away from 1100. So I'm going to use the absolute values. I'm not going to worry about the negatives. I just want to see how much would be left. So 1100 subtract 360, 740 left, okay? So now we're left with 740. Technically, we still have to go in the negative direction, 740. Okay, well, 360 is again less than that, so let's continue this. We started here. Yeah, we got the right one. There's another full rotation. So we've done another full rotation. Take this out, shrink it. And we've gone another negative 360. Again, we're going to ignore the operationals because technically subtracting it. Well, actually, if we're subtracting negative 360 from it, it's like adding it, and it brings us down to negative 740 in the second example. But the absolute value is what's really important to us. So 740, and we used up, or we're subtracting another full rotation. Okay, so we're left at 380. Okay, so 380 is left, or negative direction of 380. Well, 360 again falls in there. So I do another rotation all the way around. Same idea. We pull this circle out. Oh, that was a little far. Shrink it. Take away 360. How much do you think will be left? How much more do we have to go?
20 degrees.
to go another negative 20 degrees, or negative 20 degrees in that direction. So this time we're going to add an extra 20 degrees to it. So we're going to estimate where 20 degrees would be. And halfway in between would be 45. So we know it's maybe like a quarter of the way. So somewhere here, we're just kind of doing a rough sketch. We continue our rotational arrow, and we say that this is another 20 degrees. And that's the equivalent of negative 1100 degrees of a rotation. Okay, so that's kind of drawing rotational.